The other thing I thought was interesting about it was the completely, well, I would say sort of airbrushing, really, of Prince Harry, who shuffled in with the only royals still talking to him, Beatrice and Eugenie and their husbands, and was then obliterated by Princess Anne's plumage from her hat, which was absolutely hilarious. It reminded me of the candle they put in front of Meghan Markle. Do you remember at the Queen's funeral to stop her being seen? But in a way, that kind of obliteration of him physically on camera summed up, I felt, the whole thing with him. I don't think people really care whether he turned up or not. And when he left, it was like, well, so what? You're no longer one of the ones we care about. It's about the king, his queen, his heir, and their kids.
You know, they had rehearsals, so she knew where she was sitting and he was sitting, so she'll have known it would block his view. I bet he wishes he'd taken a pair of garden shears to take it down. But it was sad. He looked forlorn.
He looked uncomfortable with members.
Well, you know what? If I did a book trashing my entire family and had to rock up in a church full of them, I'd probably feel a bit uncomfortable too.
You reap what you sow to some
Not one
degree.
of them. I mean, Princess Anne, I think, had one exchange with him. Other than that, not a single member of the royal family even bothered to acknowledge it. It was incredible.
He shouldn't have been there.
Apart from the two princesses.
Do you find it at all sad, though?
Yeah.
I mean, as a parent.
I actually feel sad for Charles, actually. Yeah. I feel sad for Charles that his son has behaved like such a spoilt little brat and has gone so rogue. And I think Harry will regret this.
Yeah.
And
of course.
If one of my kids behaved like this, I would be utterly incensed. They certainly wouldn't be allowed to family events.